Good day, class. Today we're going to start a little side project that has to do with names and patterns. We're going to start with our pencil by writing our name in all capital letters across this paper. It's a long, skinny paper, and you have to try to think, okay, how can I get my name to fit all the way across here so it doesn't end, right here, way before the end, but also isn't too long. So try to map it out. Sometimes it's good to think about where's my middle letter. So if this is the middle of my page, Roselle has R-O-S-E-L-L, 6 letters, okay? So I know my S and my E are going to be about here. So I could either start with my S right near that middle, touching the top and the bottom, and then my E, and now I should have enough room. L, L, perfect, and now I gotta do the beginning of it. R, and then going off the edge, O. Alright, so I've got R-O-S-E-L-L. Perfect. You can do your first name instead of your last name, unless you want to do your last name. Now we're going to take crayons, not oil pastels. Our lovely boxes. Be careful with your boxes so they don't end up like this. That is so sad. That's not being very nice to my supplies. And you are going to do designs and patterns inside these spaces. So I see that there's a space right here between my R and my O, so I might do this design, little spirals, and do a lot of repeating spirals. I see I've got some space down here. Maybe I'll do diagonal lines. Maybe I'll pick another color and do diagonal. Whoop, that's not a good color. Diagonal lines inside this R. I could even make this more complex. Do diagonal, wavy, diagonal, straight, wavy, diagonal, straight, wavy, diagonal. There we go. Notice I'm not outlining my letters yet. And I'm going to do these kind of designs all over my paper. I'm going to think of all sorts of designs and patterns we can do. I'm going to do big and little circles. Patterns, remember, are just repeating elements. Oh, now I've got a big space. What should I do in there? They're all infinity ideas. I could do little cat faces in here. Ah, as long as I could do a lot of them, well, that sounds fine to me. I'm pressing really hard because we will be doing watercolor. So make sure you press hard, otherwise all your designs are just going to get covered up. So press hard with these crayons. Do we do a couple more? Want to fill in that space? What other kinds of lines do we know? Ooh, I'm going to do lines that follow the shape of my S. This will look pretty cool. And then it looks kind of like there's a fish in there. So maybe I'll put a little eye. Maybe make that a fish. That's kind of cool. Continuing all of them, I'll do them pretty quick. We could do cooler ones. I like lines that repeat. So I'm following my line. I've only got 2 more spaces, this space and this space. I'm going to maybe do red. I haven't done a red yet. What other shapes are there? There's squares I could do. Oh, these look more like rectangles. Alright, Miss Roselle wants to hurry up so you guys can get started. Last time we'll just make thicker wavy lines. There's thicker zigzag lines. Thick, skinny. Thick, skinny. Alright, boom, we are done. Rosellart. Now we're going to take a good dark oil pastel. So I'm going to get a black because there's nothing darker than black. And this is the last step I'm going to do before watercolor. I'm going to carefully, and try not to smudge it, outline my name going from the top of the paper. It's okay if we get on our table, that happens, just as long as we're not drawing on the table. That's not okay, and you know that. R, O, oops, don't want to get smudgy. Pressing really hard, remember, because we want to do oil or watercolor. We want my name to stand out. Make it nice and thick. I might go over some of this again. It's getting a little skinny in some of these areas. I shouldn't be able to see the pencil. Make it thicker. Remember, oh no! Is it the end of the world? Nope, I'll just make it thicker there. Sometimes oopses can make it look pretty cool. Alright, so outline, I won't make the rest of it as thick so we can get to the watercolor part, but still making it look good. Ooh, and see what happens when I smudge it? Gotta be careful with those fingers. Smudges don't look as good as a clean paper. Boom, 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 and just two more. Oops, I just can't leave a bad looking letter. Two more letters. L, L. Yes! Oil pastel, done. Put that away, close that container. We're done with the crayons and the oil pastels. I don't even have to put my name on this because you know exactly whose this is. It is time for the watercolor. Now you've heard me talk so many times about watercolor. Do not mix my colors in here. To get my, oh, there we go. Clean my brush, wiping it on the bottom, wiping it on the side, not tapping it. Tapping it causes splashing. We don't want splashing. Now my brush is wet. I get to start with a color. I'm going to just start with the nice red down here, being very gentle. You don't have to go like this. Gentle, get it wet, and that's how the color comes out best. I'm going to do my red on my green, because those are very different colors, and I think they'd look interesting together. So I'm going to fill in that whole area over here. Very nicely, getting some more color, water, getting some more red. Rinsing it off. Now maybe I'll get some yellow. Definitely make sure you're rinsing it off really good when you get that yellow. Yellow is the lightest color. Oh, that looks pretty. I like that a lot. So if you don't rinse your brush all the way, it'll be the first color to get dirty. And remember, your substitute teacher will make sure he's got names of people who are mixing my colors. I'll put yellow down here too. I didn't paint that area yet. Alright, I'm just going to do those two areas. Each one, different color. Make it look super colorful. Be really clean with your colors. I see some white spaces. Make sure we fill those in. I don't want any white. This isn't a white name tag. This is a colorful name tag, and your name is going to look beautiful. If you get done with your first name, you can get another piece of paper, do your last name. It'll be beautiful. Alright, do your best job on this, class, and I'm excited to see the results.